if you leave, we've got the Baguette Squad, the Right Overs, ARG, all securing their spot in the rival series, but there is one more place left. And now it's down to these final two teams, Zeno Moon versus Dutch BIM BAM. We got to see Dutch BIM BAM earlier in the day against the Right Overs, and you know they were shut down by them.
Yeah, I believe if, see, unfortunately on my Magic Notebook, I wrote things on the wrong side. So I believe Dutch BIM BAM only scored 2 goals in 3 games. Yeah. So Gibbs is absolutely right. They did play terrible earlier, but he's right as well. That was like 3 hours ago.
I mean, I casted those games, and I can tell you, Dutch BIM BAM, they started out with good pace, and we saw a very impressive goal by Though. So we know these guys have mechanical ability, but now there's no more lives left in the tournament. It is now or never for the rival series.
What?
Just off
what?
4 seconds in, Dutch BIM BAM making their strike.
All right, hang on a minute. So Justice goes for the redirect, Zensis goes for the block, and everyone misses the ball, and Mike Boy says, yeah, I'm really good at this game.
You know, sometimes...
Was that a quality start to the series?
It was a start. We'll give it that. And now another kickoff.
Oh, no.
Wide open. So 9 seconds in, we already have blows being traded.
And that's just a great challenge from Holy Moly, and way too much faith from Dutch BIM BAM coming up the side wall there. Definitely not understanding the challenge angle coming through from Holy. And he was just clean beat to that one and just easy cut back inside.
So how many seconds until the next goal is my question. Mike clearing it downfield to the corner. Now Justice. Monkey Moon keeping this ball. He's just battling challenge after challenge. Now getting the ball across the field. He'll chase it down. But Justice is there. But Holy Noli right back towards the zone. Zensis is going to get the ball again.
It was a good recovery effort by Holy Moly to try and keep that push going. And a couple of big misses off the back wall will allow another extra opportunity here for Zeno Moon. And Dutch BIM BAM, that's one of the big things you can rarely afford in Rocket League, is giving your opposition extra chances on offense. There's another setup from Holy Monkey Moon to the top left. Second touch and off the bar.
A double tap opportunity. A narrow miss. Now counterattack. Justice trying to go for the center, but it was just too far out of Mike's reach. Now though, on the backboard, doesn't let that bounce out into the middle. Justice hitting it down to Holy Noli. Holy Noli has been on that back line, and again hitting this one off to the side.
And just lifted upfield as well from Zeno Moon. It had a lot of space to work with there. Would have loved to see the dribble come out and force a play. Change of pace is so valuable in Rocket League, James. The ability to control the game at your own speed is so valuable as they try and do it here on their own corner.
And that was something that the Right Overs did so well against Dutch BIM BAM, was they were able to adapt, and when they didn't have the pace in their favor, counterattack when they needed. And then once they did get control, just controlling the pace.
Monkey Moon able to win 1, not 2, but Mike Boy to continue the push as cleared aside by Monkey Moon. And once more a free ball here for Dutch BIM BAM, and it's a bit of back and forth for everybody here. Somebody able to win 1 challenge, not able to win the next. And this is a very get your bearings game number 1.
Absolutely. We're seeing a lot of Holy Noli on the back line being that stopper. And now he's putting the ball back towards the Dutch BIM BAM net. That shot's going to be high, but Zensis with the rebound opportunity. Back over to Monkey Moon off the backboard. Mike, he's low on boost, going to try to get that corner. Now, more pressure from Holy Noli. Monkey Moon getting challenged from Justice.
If there is
other side, Mike Boy.
But if there is one thing I have to give credit over to Zeno Moon for, it is definitely capitalizing on some of the mistakes Dutch BIM BAM have made. There's a slight edge to be given. It's the fact that Zeno Moon have had more extra opportunities due to a few mistakes. But though, as the first opportunity to try and break out, Justice still into helping hand.
So after 9 seconds where we saw both teams score, it has been quite quiet since.
You cursed it. You asked how long.
Yeah, the answer was many seconds. Zensis.
Oh dear.
A little bit of miscommunication there between him and Holy Noli.
Always an awkward situation when everybody's in a place where they can try and do a different thing with the ball and just blast it towards the back wall. Follow through from Mike Boy. He's got Tho on the other side, though. It's going to be a bit of an awkward reach, and he will connect, actually, and find the middle of the net. Wasn't sure that was going to be able to sneak through the defense. Everybody was right there.
And making magic out of nothing. You see, Tho just touching that ever so slightly. Zensis and Holy Noli in a defensive position, but right between them. And although they scored very few goals, Tho was one of the guys who really had an impressive goal in this series versus the right-overs. So keep your eye on him as the series progresses. He's making his mark in game 1.
Ooh, big miss. Another extra opportunity and a free goal. And James, the score should be 2-0 right now.
This is definitely tough for Justice. He just committed up, and Tho was expecting him to hit it downfield, and there was no one back on rotation, so it was just a free goal here for Zeno Moon.
Because what of both goals they had? They had the kickoff one where they didn't respect the challenge angle, and then they had that one with just a miss. And again, the man on the back line expecting something totally different and just pinched right off the orange crossbar. Zensis to put another shot towards the net, and Mike Boy will keep that out.
And you can see Monkey Moon actually playing interference on Tho. So that one almost the go-ahead goal there for Zeno Moon. Now the counterattack. Zensis down the heart of the field where Justice was waiting. It's going to bounce down. Holy Noli doesn't let it get under the crossbar. It's always a tough position to be in. He handled that well. Now off the backboard, a miss by Tho. Justice will come in and clean up. Now hit downfield by Mikey.
But Zenomoon was hanging on to that one. Just a lot of space given.
Final few seconds. We're approaching overtime unless we see some magic. Tho passing it off the sidewall. Holy Noli hitting this one downfield to Monkey Moon.
Oh, wow.
Holy Noli might keep this up, but no, it's going to pitch towards the ground, and we've got overtime in game 1.
I think this is a well-warranted kickoff. Let's get everything reset here and see if anyone can gain an early advantage. And again, plenty of extra opportunities for Zeno Moon, but again, both the goals they've scored haven't really been generated chances. Dutch BIM BAM have really been able to give away 2 goals on unforced errors.
Yeah, the first goal was that kickoff goal where they lost the challenge, and the second was that error. So not flashy goals, but this could be a chance for Zeno Moon to get away with a win that they weren't expecting potentially. Now that one off the side. This one denied the backboard by Justice.
And Holy Noli was geared up there to just blast that one into the net. Unfortunately, he let his teammate cut rotation. I believe it was Monkey Moon take the shot, and it just didn't have the power behind it, and it's allowed Dutch BIM BAM to break out onto the blue half.
Now control from Holy Noli, opts to flick, retains possession, 1v1, but Tho shuts it down. A demo. This is another 1v1 situation. Tho trying to recover, but he couldn't get that second hit. And now Holy Noli down to the orange corner. Mike trying to hit it up the sideline. Zensis uses up all his boost to stop it. Tho just hits it right down. And now a demo. That could have been a chance for Dutch BIM BAM. Now Justice to the corner. Tho.
Did we leave regulation, James?
This is overtime.
Okay, it is really still just more back and forth though. It's Zeno Moon really just pushing the ball for free upfield, because sometimes Dutch BIM BAM just kind of hand them the ball when they have space to work with, as Mike Boy's not able to win a challenge against the side wall. And
yeah, we'll see.
Now in charge.
I mean, we'll see if Zeno Moon can work something on the offensive side rather than waiting for a mistake from Dutch BIM BAM. Going for the pop, but that one was an easy hit for Zensis to handle. Now Holy Noli off the ceiling.
And I like the idea. Don't just go for the ceiling shot. Everyone was ready for that. Maybe come up and catch somebody with a cheeky catch. As Mike Boy not the greatest clear, and Justice and Tho are going to figure out how to handle this one, as Holy Noli a little bit late to the play out of the midfield, and perhaps another brief stint for Dutch BIM BAM on blue, but maybe it'll be just enough.
And not only that, we've seen them getting more physical, and now this time a demo coming out for Zeno Moon. But Dutch BIM BAM also quite a few demos this game. We'll see if that plays a factor into this overtime winning goal that we're bound to see.
Great control there from Monkey Moon off the sidewall to try and continue that play, but just couldn't get the power off it. Holy Noli just launches a big clear, but
those in the corner, gonna pass it back down off the backboard, but an excellent job denying it. We saw Mike Boy prowling in the middle, waiting for that pass to come through. Now a shot. Ooh. That one blocked by Zensis, who was already in the air.
This is actually probably the longest stint on offense Dutch BIM BAM have really had all of game number 1. They've put together a couple of half-decent chances. Can they get one more? Monkey Moon is not the greatest clear and throw off the ceiling.
And Mike Boy as well. He's going to pass that off the ceiling. But Zeno Moon's there. Now the quick counterattack. Monkey Moon shot opportunity. Goes for the pass into Holy Noli, but though was able to pounce on it. Now Monkey Moon does get a touch. Not the greatest. Zensis just trying to keep it in the orange half, but Mike is able to clear. Now Holy Noli, he's got Though waiting on the wall. Gets it by him. But the shot from Justice knocked aside by Monkey Moon.
And still Dutch BIM BAM trying to get that ball into the corner, sweep across, clear the goal line. It's like watching Gibbs play Rocket League.
A safe, smart way to play. And now we're past 4 minutes of overtime. Approaching another full Rocket League game. Now Justice off the backboard. Monkey hitting it off to the side. Now though, a low shot. Zensis was low, Monkey Moon was covering the high option.
But Dutch BIM BAM really are stealing a lot of boost here, and that might have been just enough. But Zensis, nice touch.
On 2 whiffs. Though is able to flick it by one defender. Zensis off the sidewall. Holy Noli getting in Justice's way, but still a dangerous ball out to the middle. But no one was there. Mike a little late to the show.
Oh, and a nice demo. They finally find one on the goal line, but of course, it comes at the time where the clear gets over the man in the midfield, and finally Zeno Moon. Feels like a solid minute and a half, maybe longer, where they were just stuck on their own half, playing defense from the corner play from Dutch BIM BAM.
You're absolutely right. That demo would have done a lot more damage had they been able to get possession right away. But it is a stalemate right now as we are past 5 minutes.
Oh, here we go.
Here could be a chance. Double tap. Though, can he hit it? Denied by Monkey Moon yet again. Monkey Moon, hey, he has just been hanging on the backboard, making sure nothing comes out for Dutch BIM BAM to work with.
Nothing is right. And now finally Zeno Moon get another opportunity, and they can't get through. Mike Boy coming off the sidewall. Though trying to win a challenge, and a huge demo on the midfield might open up just enough space. And Holy Noli trying to force the issue and get perhaps an extra chance, and Thow's a little low. Pressure continues to mount here for Zeno Moon.
And both teams not really taking many risks, opting to just stay back, deny the backboard, hope the other team makes a mistake. And now we're past 6 minutes of overtime. A weak shot towards net. Mike will take control. Now Monkey Moon, he sees Zensis on the backboard. Zensis trying to drop it down, but couldn't make the play. Now Holy Noli tests Justice, but Justice does get it off to the side. Back to the middle. Mike misses it. This could be a numbers advantage for Zeno Moon.
They didn't control the ball as well as they could have in the midfield. Just weren't able to get a nice clean touch to get it to another teammate. It kind of just went off into space. And it really lets Dutch BIM BAM off the hook here. And maybe Dutch BIM BAM, they had a pretty decent stint on offense with that boost deal in the corner, but a huge double commit. That will open a big hole and just crush downfield. Holy Noli is able to catch it. Whoa, mama, where'd that come from?
Holy moly, Holy Noli does it. After 6 minutes and 49 seconds of overtime, Holy Noli ends it off that deep pass from Zensis. And that was a steal of a game 1 for Zeno Moon.
And it really did result from that double commit right at the end there from Dutch BIM BAM in the midfield. 2 people go for the same ball, leaves 1 man in a tough spot or trying to rotate out, and cannot deal with just an absolute bomb on a clear.
You know, and I'm giving up on numbers, but if you take a look at the shots and saves, It was a lot, right? I mean,
it was a lot.
Can you add those up?
8 plus 3 is 11.
You're confusing me now.
So 8 plus 2 is 10. 7 plus 3 is another 10. So 20 shots for Zeno Moon.
20 shots.
And then 10 for Dutch BIM BAM. There we go.
That is incredible. And 14 saves being forced by Dutch BIM BAM. So this was just a slog. That game, a grind.
Absolutely.
And you know, winning a game like that can be just such a boon to the mentality. You know, 6 minutes and 49 seconds, you really, really want to win that game. It feels bad.
The 11-minute game that you lose does not ever feel good. But
yeah.
it really was just one team launches the ball upfield. And I really do blame Dutch BIM BAM for that the most. Every time they were on offense, they just stuck the ball in the corner, tried to get a demo on the midfield line. And credit to Zeno Moon, they were like, that's never going to work. We learned how to dodge that back in Champ 2. So I'm on Dutch BIM BAM. You got to come up with something different.
Yeah, and it seems like both teams are really trying to make the backboard work when it's just not working. Both teams are doing a good job of denying the backboard, and so we need to see them start implementing some different passing plays. One of the things that worked really well for the right overs when they were playing Dutch BIM BAM was making sure they're utilizing that player on the side to start that counterattack. Look for the infield passes. Don't try to blast it off the backboard because people are really good at making sure you just don't get it.
It really was that command of pace, but let's go ahead and take a look at the last play that happened to put that game out of reach for Zeno Moon, and it was just a nice touch off the back wall there from Zenson.
And look at that clear off the back wall in a perfect spot for Holy Noli. Look at this, and you could see it was a double commit as well. So it left Justice in such a tough spot, but that shot there, you know, if he shoots that low, Justice would be able to hit that off to the side. So a fantastic. And just to remind you, this is our final match of the day. We're taking a look at all of the qualified teams for the European Rival Series. You can see it: Vikings, Complexity, Method, Veloci, Baguette Squad, the Right Overs, and ARG. And now one more spot remaining, and it's between these two teams to find out who will round out the top 8.
And again, you were just talking about it. Right Overs having a lot of success in their game. The ability to change pace of play and really command what happened next with the ball. And Dutch BIM BAM tried to do that a couple times. They tried to take it down on a dribble, but other times they would just hand the ball away to Zeno Moon. And that awareness, I think, whoever figures that out first, because again, you were saying the backboard's not working, whoever is able to gain control on the ground. Rarely do I think that the dribble game is going to make the biggest difference in a 3v3, but it actually might.
Yeah, I mean, we did see some good 1v1 dribbles in that Right Overs game. Skyline had that one fantastic mind game play. So we know that, you know, it's possible, but it's unlikely. And I thought Monkey Moon did a really excellent job of being that player that was denying the backboard. And then also you got Holy Noli on the back line, just playing solid defense and clearing things out, making sure the ball gets out of danger quickly.
Yeah.
So we'll see if they can continue to do that. Again, it was neck and neck pretty much the entire time. A very similar game to the last time we saw Dutch BIM BAM play, and they also dropped that game 1, and it resulted in them losing 3-0 in the series. So we'll see if that plays out yet again.
And as we do continue to make sure we get everything set up for our continuation match, it really does fall on Zeno Moon, because let's talk about what even got them into that overtime. This game could have been over in regulation.
Yep.
Because remember, the first goal was that kickoff goal, didn't respect the challenge. The second one from Holy Noli was just why can I not think of what happened?
So they scored first in 2 seconds, and then
it was the unforced error.
It was an unforced error on the corner. It was where Tho tried to pass it to Justice. He thought Justice was going to hit it upfield, and he just missed it. Tho had pushed up, and then, you know, the third man was just nowhere to be found, and they were able to just get that easy goal.
And so consistency really the biggest factor for Zeno Moon to come out on top in that game number 1. They really didn't never make any glaring mistakes, you don't really feel like. It was kind of just, even that double commit on the midfield, that's just another mistake that Zeno Moon was able to capitalize on. And the fact that Dutch BIM BAM only found 2 in the back of the net, one team is number 5 seed, you'd think, all right, this is a team that's got the offense to come out here and put some shots on target and make people think twice. Dutch BIM BAM really beat themselves.
Yeah, but we saw that, though, did have a very well-placed shot. We saw him even in the previous series. He hit a very good shot, aerial shot right in front of the net. Did the same thing today, or in this series. So keep your eyes on him. See if he is going to be a critical part of the offense that Dutch BIM BAM absolutely needs if they are going to succeed. This is a massive game for them. You know, being at 0-2, that is such a devastating position to be in. Zeno Moon, however, feeling fantastic after that very long overtime win that they got in game 1.
And I just want to see a different offense from Dutch BIM BAM. Be it take the ball on the ground and force the dribbles in the midfield and get the challenges, or at least don't just pound the ball into the corner and try and get a demo on the goal line, because that really didn't pay too many dividends for you in 11 minutes.
And then though, potentially going for a high-speed double tap there. Now center ball, Monkey Moon. Now Justice going upfield, trying to go for the block, but Mike Boy also was there. And now off the ceiling, a miss from Though. Had somebody from Zeno Moon been ready for that, they could have hit that one in as it was coming down across the net. Now Justice throwing it in reverse, now lobbing it upfield. Zensis,
all right,
not the greatest hit.
Here's where you really get the first free ball for Though, and he just couldn't really do too much with it. He had a lot of time there, and again, just ended up, even with the air dribble, just handing it right to the opposition, and that's really where the control, when you have the space, makes the biggest difference.
We'll see if Zeno Moon can control the ball now as they are on the attack. Though, getting a second hit out to Mike Boy. Mike Boy was in a threatening position, but again, the shot blocked at its origin.
Ooh, bit of a surprise there for Zensis, as Justice able to just steal one away off the midfield line. Continuation for Though, and just Mike Boy way too late to the play.
And again, we're just seeing more of these teams trying to blast it very hard off the corners or off the backboard. We're not seeing a lot of direct hits right to the players themselves.
Oh, there we go. Justice able to find at least a little bit of a seam towards the corner, but again, the follow-through is a little bit too far away for Dutch BIM BAM, and that probably does play into a little bit. Both teams have it fairly even in the midfield line, because if there's a lot of space right there, that definitely means maybe you're controlling one side of the boost, but not the other on the midfield line.
And the net's wide open, but Holy Noli was able to just get back with milliseconds left to make that save. Had that shot been far post, I don't think he would have made it. So a close call for Zeno Moon.
Ooh.
And that shot high. Though couldn't make the save. Center ball, but there was nobody from Zeno Moon ready to take the shot.
It was always going to be a tough follow through, but now Monkey Moon trying to force things off the back wall as well, and maybe suffering from the same problem as Dutch BIM BAM when they get on offense, is trying to make that backboard work like you were talking about. And a free ball in front of the net, dangerous touch, but Monkey Moon again, the man on the line, able to find a solid clear.
And you can see Holy Noli just waiting in net for his chance to come out and get the clear.
Mike Boy coming off the back wall there, maybe trying to hope somebody put it on target, was going to drive down and bump the defender, so at least trying something different. I do like that.
We're seeing a very reactive style of play from Zeno Moon. They're just taking what Dutch BIM BAM gives them. Not a lot of offense from either side. Another long clear. Mike Boy hits it back out to the midfield. A demo on Justice. We'll see if this helps the attack. A bounce shot from Holy Noli, somehow threading the needle between all the defenders.
The demo in the corner, a very helpful part of that, as Though just could not hang with that ball. Was thinking it was either going to roll and was going to be able to take it off the back wall, and just got a nasty hop.
Yeah, just enough height on that hop to get it over Though.
And a quality shot as well from Holy Noli. That was not an easy one.
A lot of power on the bounce, allowing it to get that height, and the demo also opening the lanes. And goals have been hard to come by in this series, as we are now approaching the final minute of game 2. And the dunk by Though, that's going to tie it up.
Well, there we go. He couldn't get to one on defense, but he gets bumped into a pretty favorable position to challenge this ball. And holy moly, he actually makes a pretty decent idea. He says, all right, this guy's coming at me from the sidewall. I just want to cut this one straight to the right. But Though just had him dead red.
You know, he probably thought Though was going to try to jump and challenge.
Yeah.
And so he was going to try to keep it low and go around him. But that's not the case, but an immediate answer 7 seconds later. all of the offense in this series coming in bursts.
And just able to win one challenge over the head of Tho in the midfield, uncontested on the back wall. Zensis, thankfully not able to pinch that ball straight to the side, got it right down, and Monkey Moon able to slam it home. So back and forth out of nowhere, and it's all the goals we've been missing.
I mean, in game one, they both traded goals in about 9 seconds. This time it took 7. Now, though, not the greatest touch by Holy Noli, but Monkey Moon off the backboard is able to get enough of the ball to delay the attack.
Again, Tho trying to go for command, keep the ball as close as possible. But he just doesn't have that fine control to really make one defender miss, and it's easily dealt with. Pass to the top of the box, follow through from Tho. He's got the first man beat and just able to chopstick it off the corner. It doesn't matter. Mike Boy will punch it in with 14 left.
And it looked like Holy Noli might have been able to keep this out. Look at that save on the first time, even the attempt on the second. But Mike Boy is able to just get it past him with 14 seconds left. We had a 6-minute and 49-second overtime in game 1, and we're about to go into overtime in game number 2.
And maybe the last opportunity belonging here to Dutch BIM BAM if they can hang on to this one. Though maybe expecting something not off the ceiling. I imagine they let this fall. And they will indeed go to OT.
They kill it. And this series, it has been a grueling test of pure stamina for these guys.
And I will say I have to favor Dutch BIM BAM just because they did one thing that I wanted, which was every now and again they do try and stick the ball a little closer, having a bit of a different approach to the offense towards the latter half of game number 2. And it has paid well, as Tho has another chance. Back post shot, and yes, sir, we're tied at 1s.
And Tho capitalizing on this defensive mistake, you can see here, Zensis needed to get a piece of that ball. He let it bounce out, and Tho just blasting that ball. That was an absolute missile to the top shelf. And Dutch BIM BAM fight back and tie up the series at 1 apiece.
And Tho, he's got 6 shots and 2 assists, and rightfully so, because that was the guy really putting the pressure on Zeno Moon towards the latter half of that game. But let's go ahead, take a look at that tying goal from Mike at the 14-second mark, and this was just Wally transition. Nice try, holy moly.
Yeah, I mean, Holy Noli, he did his best there. He did keep that first shot out, but again, Mike Boy making a quick turn to put the shot in, and then also getting it by Holy Noli. Had he shot that low, that would have been a block. So it was well placed. And then Dutch BIM BAM, they're not making us wait 6 minutes and 49 seconds this
yeah,
time.
26 seconds this time around in OT. But a quality win for Dutch BIM BAM. I said your offense has got to change, and they came up with a couple of big challenges on offense to really put the pressure on Zeno Moon. I think that it really does come down to that. I think Dutch BIM BAM here are definitely the better team compared to Zeno Moon, just because, I mean, again, going back to game number 1, Zeno Moon was just able to, like, all right, you gave us those couple of goals, and they won in the OT. Anyone can put one in an OT and come out on top. Game number 2 was really Dutch BIM BAM. We're going to put the pressure on you. It took them a little bit to figure out how to do it, but they got it done towards the latter half of game number 2.
Yeah, it seems like a little bit of just, you know, raw talent versus more of a strategic
It's
type
very
of
consistent
gameplay.
on Zeno Moon.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying that Zeno Moon aren't fantastic players, but it does seem like in terms of speed, Dutch BIM BAM and also mechanics, they might have the check mark in their favor. However, Zeno Moon has just been playing solid defense, and that time almost getting one in early. So we'll see how this plays out. Game 3.
Okay. Well, Zeno Moon are fine. It's like they heard us. They said, forget it. We're just make this brilliant double touch transition off of our back wall, get one high into the corner, and Mike Boy just can't handle it.
Mike Boy just putting that out in front of net like that, it's so dangerous. You know, not many options. It was a difficult spot to be in, but perhaps you just let that bounce and hopefully let it go up.
That's what I was talking about with Jorby.
Putting it across net, it's a death wish.
That's what I was talking about with Jorby. When on defense, you cannot afford to make a bad touch, and Mike Boy made one.
Difficult situation for him. He didn't want that to go out into the middle.
Yep.
But
he put it there himself.
There anyway. Now Zensis deep into the orange corner. Mike Boy changing the field completely back to the blue corner. Awkward ball for Monkey Moon. He'll have to leave it for Holy Noli. And now a good center ball off the backward. Monkey Moon's up to meet the shot.
And that's a big departure from the offense that you like out of Dutch Bim Bam. Get the ball away from the side, out towards the middle of the pitch where you feel like that slightly faster read, those mechanics, the execution will just edge out your opposition. As one missed clear, Zensis has to buy a lot of time here, and Monkey Moon in the same task as well, and they just did not expect that.
You could see that Mike had full trust in that defender that he was going to hit that. And that miss, like dominoes, causing everyone to miss the ball. Now Zensis, downfield though, giving up possession. Noli hitting it over to the side. Zensis will take over, though. Over to Monkey Moon. Monkey Moon upfield, both of them jumping for it, and we see a trade coming out. Zensis and Tho both taking each other out.
And that should play well here for Justice, as he was able to get that ball out towards Tho respawn. So can they make the drive stick? But they kind of tie each other up in the midfield line, and that should buy just enough time for Zeno Moon to get everything back in order on defense. Mike Boy too slow.
I mean, it could have been an opportunity for Zeno Moon, but well recovered by Dutch Bim Bam. A double tap, but that one turned away by Zeno Moon.
Nice attempt from Monkey Moon, going for the back post shot there. Does really put the defender in a bit of a sticky position. He'll do the same thing here as Zensis is going for a couple of bumps, and that is great recovery from Justice and make a nice save, but Holy Noli's not going to have a chance at this one.
And a heads-up play from Zensis as well, just getting in the face of those defenders on the goal line, going for those bumps. It allowed the shot to come through, and the read by Holy Noli again catching Dutch Bim Bam, trying to clear the ball out in front of their net.
You can't make a bad touch, and Justice, that's one of those situations where you're trying to keep your speed up as you come around the back wall, and as soon as you have to hit the brakes, that's when you're going to lose a lot of your power on those clears. And it's so important to just make sure you get it at least high, try and get out to the other corner. Unfortunately, he didn't accomplish either of those things. Drove it straight down.
You could tell that he was trying to get it above the crossbar. You don't want to put that ball below your crossbar and in front of net. If you put it out in front of net, but it's above the crossbar, it's fine, because they can't punch it in.
It's going to be a tougher shot, yeah.
But still, that one right to Holy Noli.
And it's those tough situations to deal with that doesn't matter at all, because they get themselves right back into the game. Mike Boy sets up a pass off the corner, and Tho from the complete opposite end of the pitch.
And a very strong strike, completely beating the defense. He has been the offense for Dutch Bim Bam.
He's scored 4 out of the 6 goals they've put in the back of the net so far. Tho has absolutely been the guy you're looking to put the ball in the net, just like you were thinking he would be.
But they might need more than him if they hope to take this series down. Still behind in game number 3.
To be fair, the other half of that duo has been Mike, scoring the other 2 and assisting plenty of those Tho goals.
Even that last one we saw, that's exactly how it played out. And now another shot, that one wide. But again, it was Tho in the middle, taking it. Now Monkey Moon passing to himself, doesn't get the second touch. And a good bump from Zensis on Tho. That'll give Monkey Moon space to get this long clear.
Oh, that's actually dangerous.
A bit bouncing down, and it bounces down, but Mikey, he misreads it. Still another chance, and Monkey is able to get it to safety. Mike, it was a golden opportunity for him.
There have been few opportunities where the backboard has been ripe for the picking, and that was absolutely one of them. Mike Boy found a big hole, and he just didn't trust himself to make that read and beat the defender as it came down. And that actually very well could cost them game number 3. It's been tough to score goals here for Dutch Bim Bam against these guys.
It sure has. And they've also been, having to fight back from defensive mistakes. Both the goals in this game for Zeno Moon from center balls.
Whoa, what? Zensis, how did you get this one through the midfield line? hits the ball a little too hard. Justice.
Yeah,
oh,
It
dear.
looked like he might have bumped Justice in the air, and Justice also then hit the ball, completely throwing off the final defender.
And Justice, he had people behind him as well. He could have let that ball roll. Tried to make a challenge, but didn't get far enough in front of the ball, and gets the unfortunate pool shot put away.
But time was running out. They had to make something happen. They couldn't. Zensis just secures the win in Game 3 for Zeno Moon. And things starting to look grim for Dutch BIM BAM. Zeno Moon, on the other hand, they're just waiting for those mistakes.
Very grim. They have capitalized on many opportunities that Dutch BIM BAM have given them one. That last one, I will say, was earned. Zensis, I mean, yeah, it could have gone either way. You had to make something happen. That one just happened to go against you. But either way, you had to score. You were still down by one regardless. So Zenomoon, again, the consistency is paying off. They really aren't getting tied up, even with Tho taking another 6 shots on net. He had a couple of opportunities, but the windows he had to shoot on were very, very small, and he just couldn't quite thread the needle between some of those defenders.
Yeah, and Dutch BIM BAM, it seemed like they were going to be able to come out and set the pace, but Zenomoon has just dealt with every single attack that Dutch BIM BAM has started, and Tho seems to be a majority of the offense, and it's, you know, it's not, their strategy isn't really working out right now. They need to button up the defense and still kick up their offense another level. Even if they don't make those mistakes, you know, Zenomoon's still probably going to win just based on the offense that Dutch BIM BAM is putting out there. It's not that threatening right now.
But that's the funny thing, is Dutch BIM BAM would have won that game if they didn't make those 2 big mistakes off the clears off the back wall. Like, they both put one on a plate for Zeno Moon, and Zeno Moon says, yes, I love dinner. You can't make those mistakes.
Another serving, please.
They would have won that game 1-0 because they wouldn't have tried to force that last challenge as well at 9 seconds left. So Dutch BIM BAM, it really is your own worst enemy type of deal.
Well, now they're down to their final life in this tournament. This is the last game that we will see today. The final spot of the European Rival Series up for grabs. And Zeno Moon could grab it right here and right now with a win.
And Tho really trying to get creative in how he was going to put that ball towards net. And Zeno Moon again, they're willing to let him take the shot because he's taken shot after shot in the last couple of games. Plenty of shots to his name, but again, it's can he find that one gap in the net, as Justice would have been his first goal of the series. Pings it off the bar.
And that was a strong hit, but just not accurate. Now a double tap chance for Noli. A little doink there from Monkey Moon, but it did not find the back of the net. Oh. Now a pinch off the backboard. Justice will get the quick clear, and another hit by Tho. And a good touchdown by Zensis to Holy Noli.
Oh, nice steal for a Mike Boy, but do they have the space to really try and capitalize? Don't panic, Zeno Moon.
And a double commit, so a brilliant bump there, but the double commit, now we have a dribble chance for Holy Noli. Oh. The flick is denied by Justice.
And great challenge from Justice there, making sure to close the gap slowly but surely. Didn't want to give him up any options before it was too late. And the approach, very controlled from Justice. Well done.
And that one could be bouncing straight down. A misread from Monkey Moon. He jumped so early. Had he stayed lower for a little bit longer, he might have been able to get that read. That was an open net after the miss.
But it is currently Dutch BIM BAM just kind of crushing this ball towards the midfield line. Again, all the space in the world for Tho there. Why would you not take that on a dribble and try and just hold on to the ball? You just handed it right back.
Now Monkey Moon, a deep hit, and Tho, instead of connecting with a teammate, he gives up possession. You can tell right now Dutch BIM BAM not on the same page. And a low boost for Tho. Now double commit, this could be a chance for Dutch BIM BAM. Center ball over to Justice, and a triple commit. The net is vulnerable. Mike off the backboard, but Monkey Moon's able to hit it off to the sideline. A scary moment there for Zeno Moon as they threw everything and the kitchen sink at that ball.
But they still got just enough of it to buy themselves enough time to reset. And Holy Noly will wisely keep this ball as close as possible. They know they need to get everything back in order because Dutch BIM BAM, I mean, there's a reason they're up here. Oh. And Monkey Moon probably had the net, but they will demo and make sure not to save their own shot. Holy Noly will deliver with 1:37 left.
And again, look at it, it was a pass out into the middle. Monkey Moon might have been able to score it himself right there, but instead hits it off the backboard and then gets the demo. But it all started off of that hit from Though right out into the middle. That has been just the nightmare for Dutch BIM BAM as they continue to put that ball out into the middle on a silver platter for Zeno Moon.
But they will break out past the midfield line. Can they hang on to this one? Mike Boyd tries to stick to it. Gives himself an extra opportunity to make sure he really controls it. Still to the top of the box, and Though not able to cross that distance in time as Holy Noly to clear.
It's a good read by Justice, jumping in on that pass before it could find its man. Now Monkey Moon, quick recovery, he'll hit that downfield. Now Mike over to Though. Though shot towards net. Turned away by Holy Noly, but back in by Mike.
Starting to pass the ball here for Dutch BIM BAM. They've realized maybe the balls to space is not the way, as that is right down the gut, and Holy Noly driving out of the net might have put the game away.
That feels like a nail in the coffin. You could see Mike didn't get a clear out to the corner, again hitting it too far into the mid. And then Holy Noly, that was actually a very important touch because it looked like Mike might have been able to get back and make the save on that shot going towards the center of the net, but he just deflects it right in, securing the goal. And now things are looking very grim for Dutch BIM BAM. But if you're a Zenomoon fan, you are preparing to celebrate. Monkey Moon.
Oh, no.
Downfield, Mike's out of boost, but he will get back in time. Center ball. Monkey Moon back to the corner. He'll retreat. Zensis with a lot of boost to use. Justice, delayed hit. And with that challenge, now out to the middle, the shot. Zensis retreating back. It's going to be all over. Zeno Moon take the final spot in the rival series.